show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Midlife Pop Culture Show. This is Mr. G. Today I have a super special guest, the honorable, the gracious, the men among men, the comics among comics. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dennis Wirth, right here.
Thank you for having me. I am thrilled.
Dennis had a little bit of a difficult time getting down here. We're running a little bit late, but a half an hour is a half an hour. Dennis, first of all, thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming down. We're gonna jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play. What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Not for me to know and you to guess.
I won't say.
Tell me what's in the bag? 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 That's for me to know and you to guess. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Okay, a very popular segment of our show, Dennis. What's in the bag? So what we usually do here now, we usually pray to the gods of TV land that we get a call in, and just like that, boom, Agnes.
Yes,
Hi,
Mr.
Agnes.
G.
Hi.
This is Agnes.
How you doing,
calling
Agnes?
from the community. As you know, I'm a long-time listener, and I call in just about every week. Today, I think I know what's in the bag.
Give it your best shot.
I looked real close. I put my trifocals on, and I could see inside the bag was it looked like a styrofoam container.
Good.
So I'm gonna go back to my guess of I think this is the back room chicken tender basket that you get a lot. And boy, I cannot believe that you have Dennis Wirth, one of the greatest comedians of our generation, with you today. Wow. Dennis, it's great to see you. I've seen your show many times.
Thank you,
and I
Agnes.
really love the all the different characters that you do.
Thank you.
Again, I don't want to take up much of your time. This is Gildahad and Agnes.
It's always a pleasure.
Saying have a great show, and I hope I'm right about what's in the bag.
Great to hear
And Dennis,
from you.
you look adorable.
I try. Thank you, Agnes.
Wow. I think I'm a little bit jealous because
I got fans everywhere. Manchester, New Hampshire, hey,
Agnes calls up just about every week.
all throughout New England. Really?
And she was me and her were kind of connecting in some
Oh,
sort of
okay.
way. And
No, she's kind of going over my
we got
way.
another phone call
All right.
for Guess What's in the Bag.
Oh, boy,
We
all right.
have, it looks like we have Wasted Willie. Wasted Willie, is that you?
Oh, wow.
It is Wasted Willie.
Man.
All right.
This is Wasted Willie, man.
How you doing?
I want to play What's in the Bag, man. Wow.
Yeah.
What I think's in the bag, man,
Okay, Willie, get on with it.
is 4 Granny Smith apples. Yeah, I hope I win, man. And I got a joke for you.
Yep.
Knock, knock, man.
Who's there?
Dennis Wirth.
Dennis Wirth, who?
Who?
Dennis Wirth is funnier than you, man. Wow.
Buy your Granny Smith apple after that.
Oh, Mr. G, Midlife Pop Culture Show with Dennis Wirth is get. Wow.
Thanks,
Hey,
Willie.
man. If I
Dennis,
can remember
Apple
your
on me
number,
for
I'll
Willie.
call you next week.
Wasted Willie, it's always a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to hear from you. I'm glad things are going well. Again, we're hoping that you, well, it's just good to hear from you, Dennis. I mean, Wasted Willie. It's
I
good
wonder
to-
if Willie and Agnes know each other.
Now we have wow, we got a lot of phone calls today.
All right.
Now we
More
have
the
our
better.
resident
More the
Republican, Tom Tomulson. Is that you?
Hello,
Hi.
this is Tom Tomilson. As I told you last week, Mr. G, I would not be calling into the Midlife Pop Culture Show anymore
I was happy to hear that.
until you change the format of your show and have more of a political agenda. But when
One
I
of us could
heard
run for president
that you
someday.
have Dennis Wirth
Tom.
with you today,
Yes, I do.
a very, very excellent stand-up comic
Yes, he is.
that even Tom Tomilson finds humorous, I had to call and play What's in the Bag and possibly say hello to Dennis Wirth.
Wow, you get 2 for 1 here
first
today.
of all,
I'm here. I'm in
what
the
I
house.
believe that is in the bag is a BLT from Pizza Happy Time Restaurant in Gulfstown, New Hampshire. I think that's what's in there. I know you're a big pizza fan, Mr. G.
Well, goes
And
without saying,
Dennis,
I suppose.
wow, how are you?
Obviously.
Me and Dennis.
Yes, Tom Tomilson and his very Republican family finds you hysterical. You are a comedy god as far as Tom Tomilson goes. This has been a pleasure. I hope I have won what's in the bag. And this is Tom Tomilson signing off.
I don't know if you overheard what he was still talking about you. He didn't
Really?
even mention.
Okay, him,
my
me and pizza. That's
he,
it.
did,
There you go.
he didn't mention my anything that I've done. It's all you
Me,
today.
me. All right. Well, the fans know
Okay,
I'm here.
Kyle,
They know I'm in New
Kyle.
Hampshire.
Kyle, can we go back to what's in the bag, please? Can we go back to that picture, please? Okay, Dennis. We want your guess.
All right.
What's-
Well,
what's in
the bag is kind of shaped like the old man of the mountain,
Ooh.
as you know, like before it crumbled, and then now it's in the bottom of the bag there. But it looks like a Chinese food container, so I guess Chinese food. I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
That's my
all
guess.
interesting.
Guess is in.
All interesting guesses. Little drum roll. What's in the bag is. Whoa!
Onion rings. Ooh.
Onion rings from Hot Stone Pizza on
boy.
Fort Eddie Road in Manchester. I went back there last week.
Looking good.
Not terrible.
Not
terrible.
Okay.
So you're all winners in my heart.
right.
And I want to thank all of you for playing What's in the Bag.
in
And
the
we're going to
Bag.
come right back and play Flea Market. How much you think cheap Mr. G bought it for? We'll be right back.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't.
Oh, we're back with Dennis Wirth, the king of rock and roll. The man of the hour, the man
In
who
the
takes a
house.
lot of showers, the man who likes pizza, the man who does stand-up, the man who does it
Midlife.
all.
I like
He does
pop.
it all.
I'm
And
a
he-
cultural guy.
We're going to play now?
What do we
Dennis?
got? What do we got going
We're going
on
to play How Much Did Cheap Mr. G Pay for This at the Flea Market? Can we have our first one up, please?
Let's take a guess.
Okay, Dennis. Now, this
do we got here?
is a
Okay.
painting of John F. Kennedy, I believe.
Okay.
I did not buy this.
Did not
buy it.
Okay.
Can we go to the very next one, please? Okay, now there's this guy's signature, Mondello, or
A. Mondello. Okay.
Now, can we please go back to the Kennedy? Now, when I went up to the guy, I said, "How much is that?" Guess how much he said he wanted for that? $200.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
At a
Dennis.
flea market? Should be in an art gallery with that kind of a price.
No,
Wow.
he said online that they're going for $325. So I looked it up online.
Okay.
And I don't know if this guy paints just that portrait or if this is an actual painting or it's a print. But I looked at the guy and said, like you said, Dennis.
Yeah, it's a flea
Sure.
market. Yeah.
Here's $200 to buy an oil painting.
Probably
At a
not.
flea market. So, Kyle, let's go to the next one, please. The one that says number 6, flea pick coin. Okay, now, this here, Dennis, is a presidential coin mounted And if you look it's hard to see, but if you look on the actual coin itself,
Okay.
there's all the little heads of the presidents up to.
Oh, that's what those are. Okay.
Up to. I mean, me and you would probably have to go right up close to that screen, but.
Well, you can see the dots. I mean, yeah. Now that I know their heads, all
I
right.
think it went all the way up to Carter.
So it's like a Mount Rushmore plus.
Ooh, Kyle. Kyle,
Yes, sir.
how much you think I paid for that? And I did buy it.
I'm gonna give it $3.
Excellent choice, Dennis Wirth. I'm sorry.
Oh,
the great
geez.
and honorable. Thank you for coming.
I'm
here,
gonna
Dennis.
say he was asking 15, and you brought him down to 10. I'm gonna say $10.
Wow, Dennis, you don't know me. You don't know me very well, do you?
Okay.
Kyle is correct.
Really?
$3.
$3 for the
Ding,
coin.
ding, ding,
Dun,
ding,
dun, dun,
ding,
dun.
Kyle.
Go Kyle.
I feel like I won the prices right now.
Well,
on now.
after the painting, I thought it was like this high-priced flea market here.
No, this is like.
Showcase showdown, baby.
Okay, so you both have advanced on to the next round. So let's take a look at the next one that says "Flea Pick Old Man." Ooh.
Oh, there's the actual
Okay.
old man.
Now,
We're talking.
okay. Now it says included, framed with glass, 8x10, old man on the mountain. For you millennials, you might not know this, as this is a very famous picture. A very famous thing that unfortunately crumbled many years ago. Okay, we're gonna go this open to you, Dennis. How much did you pay? How much did Mr. G pay for this?
$4.
$4. Interesting. Kyle? Now remember, the name of the show is What Would Cheap Mr. G? How much did cheap Mr. G pay for this? Dennis, thinking of that, I'm going to give you the opportunity to revamp your...
Let's go down to $2.
Okay.
They were asking for, but you got them down to 2.
Kyle?
Oh,
There it is.
I'm gonna go with $1.
The correct answer is $2.
I hit it. There it is. See?
Okay. $2.
Boom.
So now it's 1-1.
All right.
We're going to come back and we're going to play Name That Comedian right after this.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife pop culture.
We are just cruising right along. I'm here with the marvelous Dennis Wirth and the humble Mr. G. We're going to play. Dennis, by the way, takes himself as quite a comedian aficionado. Was that the word I'm looking for? Or
Sure.
You know a lot.
Well, I got my own podcast where we talk about comedians.
Yeah, you want to talk about your podcast?
Funny Like a Clown podcast. Google it. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and don't tell me.
Podbean?
I wish. No, talkshoe.com.
And I was lucky enough to be on Dennis's one of his podcasts, and I believe we discussed Monty Python.
Monty Python we talked about. Yeah, got a lot of hits.
And that was kind of why when you came here, one of my things, what am I going to do with Dennis besides stare at his greatness for half an hour? I said, you always do a comedian on your podcast.
That's right. We talk about
so I'd
famous
like
comedians.
you now we're going to do a lightning round.
All right, hit me.
I'm going to show you a comic. I want you to say who they are, or if it's one or two.
Okay.
And we'll give you a maximum of 5 words. If you go over, it's going to be okay. But the shorter you can, what comes into your head.
All right, we're trying to go over quick. I get it. Quickness.
Okay.
Nothing long and drawn out, right?
All right, here we go.
What do we got here?
First one, please.
Gene
Okay.
Wilder, Richard Pryor, Silver Streak, Stir Crazy, We Bad, that's right, We Bad. That was the famous scene they did right there.
Ding. Next one, please.
Bam.
Wow. Okay.
We got Bob Saget from Full House and the video show there, America's Funniest Videos there. Guy's like a billionaire 10 times over, and he's only half as funny as his net worth. My opinion. But he knows Uncle Jesse. That counts.
Is it true that if you go to his stand-up, like kids go to it and
It's dirty. They shouldn't. He's not like he was on Full House.
Yes, and kids are expecting.
He was the dad, expecting the dad. You don't get it.
That's
He's a
what I
dirty
heard.
old man, right?
Okay, next one, please. Okay.
We got Robin Williams with a Mork and Mindy T-shirt right there. Good Morning Vietnam. Mrs. Doubtfire, the all-time classic. Oh gosh, he's done so many. I can't. Popeye, who can forget? Popeye was his first major breakout role. But I mean, that was the movie that turned him into a star back in the day.
Was that really his first movie?
The first, yeah. They had to offer him big bucks to go back and do Mork and Mindy. It was such a hit back then.
Really? Not Mork and Mindy. What a. It was an interesting time, I guess.
Yeah, it was way back when.
Kyle,
Yes.
you get the next one. Okay.
I gotta guess who this is.
Okay, Ian, something about him. I think this is gonna be okay for you. Go.
Steve Martin.
Excellent.
And I mean, he's done so many movies, but
What was his catchphrase in the 70s?
oh Lordy, you guys got me there.
Oh, Dennis.
Well, excuse me.
Okay.
I was gonna go with Wild and Crazy Guys.
Okay.
but
Okay. We'll take that one too. Okay, Dennis, you're up now. Here's the next one, please.
Rodney Dangerfield, the legend right there, the Godfather. You know, I could say all the stuff he's done, but he was even better for bringing up the next generation of comics. Sam Kinison, he gave a break to. Roseanne Barr, Louis Anderson, Tim Allen. You know, aside from all his great comedy, which was unbelievable, he gets no respect. He brought us the next generation of comedians.
What did you think of the movie Back to School?
Back to School, legendary movie with Sam Kinison stole the movie, one of his scenes, but throughout the whole movie was just incredible.
Easy Money.
Easy Money, another classic that he did there.
I think that's one of my favorite ones. Just when there's a scene when Joe Pesci was at a dog track,
Right.
and the dog at a race. A horse race, and the jockey pulled back on it so it would lose.
Right.
And Joe Pesci goes jumping over
Starts flipping out
over. No, it goes over to the jockey. So it's like beating on him. Yeah.
You lose money, that's what you do. You take it serious.
Was that when he had to do? He had to stay away from alcohol and gambling for like a year to get like $5 million. Wasn't that the premise of Easy Money?
Oh gosh, that was so long ago. I don't remember.
I couldn't tell you what I had for dinner last night.
Something about the Bronx.
Okay, next one, please, Kyle. Next one, please. Okay, here's a tough one. Okay.
Oh boy.
Kyle, you want to ring in?
She's been on a bunch of the Comedy Central making fun of the other comedians, but I don't remember her name. Sandra or something like that?
No. Dennis?
Gosh, with her face half and half there, it's tough.
Have I stumped Dennis
You're
Wirth?
not getting the full face.
I will sleep good tonight knowing I stumped Dennis Wirth. How about this? I'll give you a hint. MC. Initials. MC.
I'd need another. That's just one messed up picture.
Yeah, it is a tough picture. I want to throw you in.
You're not getting the whole face here.
Yeah. And she's very big in the whatever it is, the LBG.
Oh, Chow.
Yes.
Chow.
Yes. You got it.
Chow. Yeah, I forget her first name.
I think it was Margaret.
Was it Margaret?
Chow.
Chow.
Chow is correct.
Chow.
Okay.
I know her now. Yeah.
She's quite a.
Phew, I had to work for that one, man. Throw me with the pictures there. Wow.
Next one, please. Okay.
Oh, Groucho Marx. Oh, radio legend right there. I mean, he did some TV, but I mean, he was big on radio. And
can you give me a little Groucho Marx imitation?
I remember the commercial of Vlasic pickle commercial. So that was the best tasting pickle I ever had. That's what I always remember about him.
Yeah.
The pickle commercial, and that was a time when Abbott and Costello and stuff like that. It was all radio back then. It was before TV, and
Groucho Marx.
He was the king of radio for sure. He was the Howard Stern of his time, we'll say.
And that's what kind of got him kicked off the air in his later years, from what I understand. He made a reference to something, and it wasn't. Back then, you couldn't say.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, now you just get fined. Back then, you got fired. So, but he brought forward a lot of new comics to us.
Okay, Kyle, you're up. Ooh, okay. Kyle, if I was a betting man, I would say you are not going to get this one.
I remember him from Saturday Night Live.
Correct.
He was the late night host of. I remember the late night show, but it's Colin Quinn.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't give you a chance to guess on that too. But
Okay, so we have just a few more.
It was on MTV. It was on a game show on MTV too. I forget the name of it.
Let's go. Okay, now this is gonna be a tough one. Here's
All
a
right.
newer comic. Now I find him fight quite interesting characters that he's played on Saturday Night Live. His past couple years on it. Kind of dark, kind of pale, if you would. Are you familiar with him? I mean, have you seen the face?
Boy,
It's a tough one. This is probably one of the harder ones I've had.
that's
Kyle,
not from my time. I don't.
What do you got? He looks like half the comics you'll see doing stand-up on open mic nights.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. You got the hood, you got the hat, you got the attitude, the faraway eyes.
I guess.
Kyle, you got anything?
he's more my generation. It's Pete Davidson.
Oh!
I never got that one. Congratulations.
It's all
right.
tied up.
He just got to date Kate Blanchett. So
Come on.
yeah,
Good for him.
he's doing something well.
Dave, yeah, he's kind of a weird guy. I mean, when you see him on Saturday Night Live, he's very, I don't know if he's going down the John Belushi path or something. But
Yeah, that show, it's a shell of what it used to be Saturday Night
yeah, I
Live.
tried to watch it
It's,
last week, and it was very
it's
difficult.
different than what it used to be, for sure.
But
They were so edgy back in the day, and they don't let you be edgy anymore, it's sad.
it is. Kyle, Dennis is up. Here we go.
George Carlin back in the day, the young George Carlin with the full beard. But yeah, man, boy, you gotta know Carlin to get that picture. It don't look nothing like him in his older days, does it? But
Kyle, do you know? Did you know that was George Carlin?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He was
Jeez.
yeah.
the phone booth, that's right.
Give me one of his characters he used to do, Dennis. It had to do with it was on the news. He used to do a character.
Character on the news?
Yeah, he used to do well. As you probably know, when he first started, he did characters and.
Oh yeah,
The
way
Hippy
back
Dippy
when.
Weatherman.
Right. Yeah,
He
that
ever-
was.
the
He had
Hippy
his own, the George Carlin show way back, and that was '70s. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
No more for his stand-up than his movies. He never really. I mean, he wasn't on a few movies. Here, what children's show did he do? Do you know that one? Nobody gets this one.
Oh, Sesame Street.
No, he was the voice of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Cut it out.
Yes, he was.
What?
Yes,
He was
Thomas.
the
He
voice
was
of
the
who?
voice of Thomas the Tank Engine. Nobody remembers him for that role, but he was. You look it up.
Amazing.
What
The
year-
children's show,
What
Thomas
year
the
was
Tank
that? Was
Engine.
Thomas the Tank?
Oh gosh, that was '90s sometime.
Really?
Yeah.
Any other bits about George? I know you're pretty big on him as far as. I remember he got very dark near the end.
Yeah,
of
it
the
was.
specials.
He was a thinking man's comic. It was one of those. A minute later, you'd be, oh, okay, that was
Right.
funny. You had to think about it to get it. He hit some. He was the thinking man's comic about it. Revolutionary. I mean, he made subjects other people couldn't even consider making them funny, and he could make it funny. He really was a thinking man's comic where they say some subjects you can't make funny. He figured out a way to make them funny,
Yeah, probably one of the more influential comics.
He had such a long career. Him and Pryor, it wasn't that, their work was the best, but they had such long careers where Belushi and whatnot, and
Well,
Chris
Rodney
Farley.
had a long
And,
career too.
well, Rodney, too. That's why he's known as the Godfather, which,
Yeah.
so many comedians die before the time. It's sad. What would they have went on to do? You always got to wonder.
Good point. We could do a whole show on just
Just dead
comics,
comedians. Yeah, I know.
But
right?
we're gonna boost. We're not gonna talk about dead comedians. Let's
All
talk
right.
let's see the next one, please. Okay. Now I did not think anybody was gonna get this. If you do, you get the Midlife Pop Culture Award.
Well, it's
Award of Excellence. Okay, which is pretty big.
Oh, boy.
Can
From
you name
Full
it?
House.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, David Cloutier.
Wow.
Bam. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Can we come back here, please?
Well, the only reason I know is I thought about booking him. I've considered booking him before.
No
'cause
kidding.
he's one of
Is
the
he
guys,
local?
No, but I mean, he's one of the reasonable comics you can get at a
Does he
decent
do
price. So.
Cut It Out?
I'm not sure what he does,
That,
but
that
I
was
mean,
his big thing. Remember? Do you remember that?
everybody. Oh, okay, from the TV show. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Full House. Yeah.
Also, the inspiration for a lot of Alanis Morissette's songs when she got big.
Huh?
Alanis Morissette, a lot of her songs were written about him because he broke her heart. And that's how she got famous.
Uh huh.
He broke her heart?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, I learned more sense.
All these Full House guys, what do they went on to do? You never know, you know?
Well, didn't the Full House guy play? Was his wife was the one who just got involved in the blue chip college scandal?
Oh yeah, the big paying for their kids to get into college. Yeah.
Who knew your kid wasn't a professional?
Well,
rower?
she pled innocent, so we don't know how it's going to turn out.
That's right. But we're going to move on. We have we got two more. I'm very impressed that you got that.
I know my comedy.
Holy mackerel! I didn't. I
got chow. I impressed myself on that. That was a picture right there.
Dennis, you're an amazing individual. Here we go. Number 19, please.
Adam Sandler.
Oh.
He's playing locally here, coming up in a couple of months, actually. And it's close to sold out.
Where's he playing?
The big outdoor, the Xfinity Center, I believe. Yeah, the big outdoor
He's
center.
He's gonna sell the Xfinity Center?
I believe so, yeah. They say
he does a lot of music now and stuff.
Yeah, he always played a guitar. Yeah, he's got a lot of, it's kind of a musical type sing-along thing where he does a lot of funny songs and stuff.
I liked his Opera Man on Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live, Big Daddy, the movies he was in there, what was the one where Happy Gilmore
Very
was it?
Funny.
The guy was funny.
Sure.
But Billy Madison.
Not a fan of Billy Madison.
He was going at it with Bob Barker from The Price is Right there, getting in a fight.
Come on.
That was a funny scene. You couldn't go wrong there.
Mm-hmm. And we got one more.
One more. Let's do it.
Here he is.
The legend, Sam Kinison. The reason I got into comedy.
Okay, explain that a little bit, Dennis.
Nobody knew who the guy was. Rodney Dangerfield wanted to put him on his Young Comedian special. He turned down Rodney. Rodney had to call his brother Bill in order to convince him because he said he didn't do contests because he was so dirty. Bill convinced him to do the contest. He did 6 minutes at Dangerfield's the next day. Hottest comic on the planet.
Wow.
Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show, everybody wanted him after that.
Can you want to tell everybody about your...
I've talked a little bit. We have
about a minute to go, so Dennis is up to being super creative again.
They've been talking about making a movie about his life forever and a day, and it just can't get done because one person gets it, then that person gets it. Nobody wants to risk it. They did one about Lodka, Andy Kaufman, and it flopped, so that scared people off of doing it. So we're putting together a low-budget film about him, and he's in it, I'm in it. You're going to want to watch it. It's coming.
You're going to be Sam.
I'm going to be Sam. You're going to be Carl, his best friend.
And I guess it's going to be a short, if you will.
Right. It's going to be a short film.
So kind of like something you would see like promoting a
Right,
movie.
it's a commercial for a movie, basically. If you saw a commercial for a movie, we're doing the commercial.
Well,
and if anybody out there has a lot of money and you want to see the full movie and finance it, you contact us.
Yeah. Dennis, again, your podcast?
Funny Like a Clown podcast. Google it, look it up. It's about comedy, all we talk about, real life stuff.
And anything else you want to say? Besides, I can't believe how...
I can't believe I've been on the Midlife Pop Culture Show. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for having me on.
It's been my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen.
Two geniuses at work.
The great Dennis Wirth. This is Mr. G. This has been the Midlife Pop Culture Show. Be careful out there.
Thank you, New Hampshire.
Be nice to everybody. Okay? Life's too short to be depressed.
That's right. Be positive.
All right. Bye-bye.
Love, no hate.
Thanks again, Dennis.
Thank you.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget.